Alright, good day everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is this recording? Alright, so today I'm going to play a game called Lords and Villeins. It's a really nice game. I want to say a couple words before, then go studio, change this screen to it. If you are only interested in gameplay, skip ahead. So in short, I want to go on a little bit of a weekend vacation. I don't know when exactly. I want to get myself together and want to focus a little bit, work a little bit on this whole thing. I'm also very heavily, well, I'm lazy. I'm very lazy. Okay, I'm very lazy, but I'm trying to find work. So we will see how this is going to work out. Currently I'm a bit tiredish, because we have been at the countryside from time to time, and we have been doing great workings. And we have a couple of bees, and we have harvested 25 kilograms of honey, which is amazing. Alright, so that's all. Let me set up everything that I have to. I try to copy everything well, and hopefully things will be right. Why doesn't it? Oh wait, I don't. Alright, so did you? Okay, no. I have not managed to kill everything. A good start. Better than a not so good start. Alright, so this is pretty fun game. I'm going to stop the music, and it has a little bit of loading screen. I hope things work out, and I think it's going to work. Let's see our transition. So hopefully now it's going to work. I really do hope. Is this? No, it's the image is not visible as of yet. It's still loading, so probably that's why. Then I'm going to set the sound, hopefully everything. I was on a little bit of a shopping route. How do you call it in English? We went for a little walk, and so it was around 15 o'clock, and by the time I arrived back it was 16:14, so just 4:40 in short. And then yeah, so I was trying to hurry. I still have a couple tutorial videos and good advices that I want to watch, and it's starting, and it's visible too. I hope it captures the mouse too. Not sure how that works. Loading a little bit for a long time. In the latest patch, for some reason the loading time got a bit big, but also don't forget that I'm streaming, so it's kind of because in the last patch they added something that kind of put the game's CPU usage to a really high constant. So it's not really like well, I'm on 3% when nothing's happening, but instead it's kind of gone up to well, it's not really using much though currently, but all the extra things like even the PNG, Streamlabs, OBS, so on and so forth, use kind of a lot in the background and a lot of memory too. I still hope it's going to work. I have not expected it to not work. In that case, I would have to. Alright, it worked. Alright. Um, I hope this does not have a. I just realized something. I had a tab open in the browser where the little PNG VTuber is running. Let's see, do we have a mouse? And alright, sure it's visible. Check. How am I supposed to see this? I don't really want to open another browser, but I'm going to check just in case to see. And I don't really have that. Alright, I'm sorry, it's going to take a moment. Alright, so I have no idea. Alright, but that was changing tabs in the browser. That's what it's running. Alright, so let's go back to the game. Alright, so I want music. Where music? Music. Come on. Okay, probably it's going to come in a minute. Okay. Let's see if I have a cool Lisa. Is that? Oh. And kinda. There is sound. Bit. Not enough. Oh, come on, why are you so slow? Alright, so I'm pretty sure there is no cruise on. Ah, that's probably my fault. I'm sorry, I'm going to start. Well, that's awkward because it's already turned on. Alright, then I can do nothing else. Let's go. Hopefully things will be alright. I already have a little bit of a map worked out. I'm going to give you a little bit of explanation, and then after the explanation, I'm going to check if my little face is not in the way. It's very important. Obviously, it's very important. Oh, we had script frames detected. That's never a good idea. Alright. So we are using a little bit too much. And it's a loading screen, so. Oh, Oh gosh, don't tell me it's using too much. That's not fair. That's not fair. I want to leave too. Wow, OBS is using a lot of power currently. More and more actually. It's for some reason it's rising. Not even a game that's using a lot. It's OBS that's using a lot for some reason. Okay. OBS is using a lot. OBS Streamlabs. I have not expected this one. This is an early access, so be fair. Be nice. Bugs and such can happen in early access. Usually it runs pretty nice and very fast. It's honestly, I don't know what is happening, because now the system is using 30%. So something's happening in the background. I'm not sure what exactly is that's happening in the background. No what is weird too, but that is here. Don't you know? We had something. Alright, there's a good chance I'm going to have to start a new gameplay, because there was an update. Did something happen? Oh yes, there was a lot of lag issues that has been fixed recently. Alright, I'm going to close this and restart it. For some reason I'm using 99 CPU. The system is kind of jerky, and also OBS is using, for some reason OBS is using a lot, and I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know what's happening. System is very much on edge. Basically I'm just running this and using 60%. Usually it's like using 10%, and now I'm 60% and rising. Oh, what is happening? Right, I'm going to try again. Decide that maybe it works this time. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, it will work. And it starts up right away. See, this is another thing, that when you're playing something on your computer, there doesn't seem to be a lot of problem. I have played this game several times. Not once a problem or lock spikes, nothing else. The moment you try to stream it, and look, now I have 50 FPS. I had last time 28 FPS. I don't know why. This is kind of a thing with streaming. A lot of technical difficulties, maybe. You can see a lot of VTuber streams. I don't know, I don't really watch other streams, but it's kind of like there is an RNG of, you have started the game 5 times on a stream, preparing for it. You even do a test streams many times, and then you try it, and on the 6th time it fails. Nobody knows why. It just does. You get used to it. This is why there are long loading screens and pre-tasks and so on whatsoever. Because for example, now I'm looking at the game in the task manager and such, and I'm noticing a behavior kind of like the game is repairing itself, or cleaning up trash from the last start, because it wasn't a clean exit. When you don't do a clean exit and Windows closes it down, sometimes it deletes things that it should delete. Sometimes it doesn't. What was that? A moment. And I'm here. Alright, something fallen off the shelf. Oh, it has been 15 minutes and I have not managed to start up the game. Come on, it worked normally. It worked normally, why don't you work now? We have an update or something that I didn't install. Everything's fine. The OBS is not using that much now. Now everything is down. Memory seems to be alright. Huh. Well, go figure. We had a couple script frames. Uploads problem. If I could, I would write in them. Delete system too. It's not a good idea to delete a system, but sometimes it annoys me that how much things are running in the background. Oh, and of course. Alright, I'm going to disable the the antivirus because it seems every time I start the game it starts running too. I'm just going to wait for it to slow down. Okay, it just even uses more now. Is it now that you have to install an update or something? Come on. Alright, now only one or two things seem to do anything in the background. Turned off the things. Pay you run, baby. Run still now. Still seem to run. Everything alright. On, loading. And it just doesn't load in. And the game doesn't even start anymore. Oh my god, streaming. How is this fair? You know how people have patience, and that patience is very limited for the most time. That's kind of how I am. I'm very limited in patience to begin with, but I try to be very patient most of the time, especially on stream. Of course, you wouldn't want to be rude, you wouldn't want to be whatsoever. But sometimes it's just annoying how technology is just cascading downwards. Like, I have my computer, I don't believe it's a computer's problem this time. I might have problems with the computer too that I don't know about. Everything can happen. But after a certain time, you are like just like, it ran normally. I don't know, 4 times. The moment you try to stream it, it just doesn't run. And This is why I like playing old games, and a lot of people, VTuber, likes to play old or simple games. A lot of games just do not work with streaming, and I don't think it's the game's fault. The developer just released a super crash fix. I'm going to get a small one. What should we get? And I don't know if it's the fault of the streaming software either. It's just, as they say, the devil of technology. Alright, everything falls apart. So what you have to know this here, that I don't know this three. I don't really know this one, but you know, this two is obvious. Fields are good because you can make lots of food, as you see here in the background. But in forests, trees grow a lot faster, and it's just a better land. But it's not really good to farm on it. I'm honestly going to go with, and I don't want hills either, because we are going to go on a small map. So every mountain can be kind of a problem, but you kind of need that later on. I don't know the seaside, the swamp, or the lakes. I'm not really comfortable trying it now. So I really like the Farfield family. Let's see, Lady... Extras. Alright, let's play. Purple. Green. It's I'm not really welcoming. Alright, I'm okay with this one. Alright, so have children. Children is good. Children is good because you can have them work and have heritage. If it loads in. Oh, boomers! I might have. Oh, I forgot. It might have had to be started in window mode. That way the process doesn't stop or break. See, it's not even always the devil of technology. Sometimes it's just a streamer who doesn't know his job. Oh, come on. I have forgotten about that one. That's a mountain. Lady Reka Farfield, I have bestowed upon you the right to rule over this land. I expect you to take great care in exploiting this land and the riches it has to offer. Should you not succeed, I shall find someone else to take your place, and your head as well. Ooh, not everyone gets the same opportunity as you, so keep that in mind. By confidence, you shall certify your oath of fealty. Best of luck on your journey. Alright, so you are going to be a noble. Alright, it's water. Oh, that's really... That's a super small map. That's going to be a problem. Alright, so what do we have to know? This is our warehouse. With pressing the tab, I can see zones. Kind of like in Rimworld. These zones, however, have, of course, things that it's recommended to build, like in Prison Architect. The owner is really important, and you can check everything. This is my family. Accounting reports, sellings, what do you want to market, what kind of things you have, and that's good because you can see how much gold or whatever else the family has. Now we are going to have some problems here. Let's see the zones. We have of course essentials. What is essential here is your manor, even your manor is not so much. Household, quarters. Well, it's for the clergy. I don't think we are going to have a clergy, which is weird because we need the graveyard. We'll see how the graveyard is going to be. I don't know. It's a small map, and the clergy needs people to learn in to do certain things. Villa is for the nobles, of course. Household is for the lower class. We have an inn, where families go. Now you can get families two ways, getting favors with the king, or they come in the inn while they are traveling, and if they like it, then they are going to stay. Everyone can run the inn technically. Families can do a lot of jobs, but they are not really good in what is not their profession. Alright, it's not the modern ages when you have books, or like how or today is the internet age, where you can just go on YouTube and see how to be an innkeeper. Caravan is good and bad. It's very dangerous. You can easily get all your money spent on a caravan, and your people. This is a closed this is closed economy, which we are going to have. This means we are not going to have much chance to actually make gold. So if you have 100 gold in the circulation, that's all we have. So we have to be very careful about that one. Now, marketplace is for typically how a capitalist inside trading would be. But the problem is not everything is equal. We don't have product making capacities. A lot of things are not like that. So we have a lot of limitations, so that usually just doesn't work out right away with the lower class. But it can work if everything is super well balanced, but you see that would have to be very balanced, because one farmer makes certain amount of food and you have to exactly balance that out so nobody gets poor or too rich, which is just very hard. This is the warehouse what we have. Yes, the public area. Now this is very important because this is where the people meet. I really want a good one out this. Going to leave this one out. We'll see, leave out, pretty much leave most things out. Now we are going to go with extra small housing, the smallest possible. Hunting area. Yes, that's a rich kind of thing because you need a bowman for that. And a bowyer, someone who makes that kind of thing. Forest and farmlands, fishing is too basic. Fishers can get very poor. You have to make sure they are very focused on fishing. Once I tried fishing and innkeeping didn't work. Alright, bakery. Most of these are higher kind of things. Some of them can be kind of hard to make. Like butchery sounds good because you have animals, but animals are also hard to upkeep. They eat food. You know, you get back to the same problem. But yeah, butchery can be the first if you have multiple forest or farmlands. Farmland is also good to make bulk trading, so you can make gold and give it to the peasants, for example, in forms of wood or anything else. So you can make your place richer, make your circulation higher. The rest are just not very useful currently. And this is the clergy. Clergy in library you need because, you know, they need to learn things. This is for basic religious purposes. I think it's cheaper, the smaller one. Yes. And you know, these are all important things. But they, for example, for API they have to learn. Alright. Enough talk. Let's start planning. Check what we have. What kind of villagers we have. Basic 3. Alright. Then I and nothing else. We have a couple of forest areas. I want to make the place have a beauty rating, so that means trees. So I think it's 6 times 5, which a person, I don't remember exactly, which a person can actively and well care for. So that's something I already messed up. How do I delete you? There's a button for it like an invert. Ah, I found it. So I want it 4 times 4. And yeah, there are, I'm going to tell you a couple other things too, which are better to know. Currently it's kind of hard to explain. And just excellent. We just exactly had the time place for a good road. And also I could just, I don't know if it's an always spawn or it's just a road. And if we clean this, then that would be the best part. But no, not something. I don't know if my people can clean this or you need a stone miner. Probably you need a stone miner. So, to give this to the peasants or villages, whatever, lower class, would say assign family. Now there are many places. You can ask for resources. Um, you can rent it out to them or ask them to basically just pay for them or just give them something. Now, yes, let's plan. First of all, I'm going to make all of these have bunch of trees. Okay, no, that's not a good start. I want first multiple sawhorses, and you have to plan how you are going to use certain things. For the grand storage, it's going to be like this, and most of this place is going to be taken out by equipment. Ah, alright, I'm sure there are better ways to plan this, but I don't want to care about it. Later on we'll make them do it. For the rest, I'm going to go on and say, clean it please. Can I? Oh. Furnitures, get rid of them. Like this. And there is a reason for that. First of all, they're going to collect some wood, I think, not sure. But after this we are going to make a wood plantation all over. For blueberry, should we make blueberry plantation? I think I'm going to keep one for blueberry plantation. Always good. You can also check what's the soil's quality. You have to be very careful about it. It's going to go trash very fast. And then how should we do this? I'm going to try and check if I can make clay is limited, stray is limited, everything is limited, very much limited. We don't have a clay mine as far as I know in the game, which means we have to get clay one by one from small pieces like this one over here. Not good. I'm going to go on and try to make, it's just going to be like, let's see how we can do. No. Yes. I was going to get rid of some of this. Yeah, I don't know how. That. Of course, the water region, not so much. And neither is most of the road. Right. We are not going to need this much area anyway. I'm going to reorganize this. Let me just put this into order. Let's check. We don't want to go too far. If we have straw beds, people have a place to live, of course. But if you have a double bed, they can even make children and have be married. Now you only need the gray blocks, the grayish blocks that you see, like over here or over here. Those are the only ones you need for them to get in or out of the bed or use the furniture. Now if I check, they have one pair who can serve in one bed, and then I have you, but you are single. Yeah, it's kind of... Huh. So these ones are not married yet. Ah, I see. This one is married to someone because there is a ring on her, and also have a child, but do not have a husband. Alright. And they have like... Okay, yeah, fishing families usually start very low in population. We would need one double bed and a lot of other beds. And of course we are going to need cooking places and so forth. So wood should be our main income. We really want wood. Because I will not be able to upkeep straw. Yeah, let's see how much straw is that's going to cost for us. So, away. Yeah, that's the pooling. Oh, it's just 72. So 72 for this, and we have 800. Yeah, more or less we can do it. If we replace the furniture's first place. So then okay, let's make the beds first, and then we'll see what else we need. One double and 4 little. Let's say we start with double, and we are going to need 4 normal. Right. Then we are going to have 4, and then I'm going to check if the remaining place is enough or not for a kitchen. Hold on. Oh, I don't think it's going to be enough. Even if you put things before the house, very little. Just not good enough. Because I could do a thing and say that however I'm turning this is just not enough. Because now we only need one entrance, but even that's not enough. But in general, this is not a very good way to place things. So problem is that we don't have that much things. So I'm going to put this. Smelly put it away. Honestly, wants to be like that. But here and now that we need a little bit of space, now we have a lot more to work with. It's not really that good, to be honest, but it's going to allow us a little bit. Let's put the cauldron table inside, so there's a less chance of burning down the house. Try this. Now we need one space to get in, and if we need anything over here, we'll just put here the ready food. Then put everything else over here. And we still don't have tables or anything. We are still not there. Oh, right, I'm never going to see if someone's writing me. I very much apologize for that. We don't really need a cabinet too, we would be. We need a chest. Where should I put a table? We are like this. Maybe I can use this one too. Maybe I can make more space somehow. I don't think so, but maybe. No, I don't think. And do it like this, we need one entrance. Kind of gets closed down. Unless, yeah, like this. In which case it doesn't. And if we have it like this, then we are still not going to have a place for. Still not going to have space for anything. Oh my gosh. Right. There are the moments when I would like get up from the chair before streaming, and take a walk and think about my life. I'm also trying to make things very nice and cultured, very cute. And I don't really want to. One thing that I don't like is constantly trying to spare on more and more space, and then it's just horrible. Absolutely. Just don't like it after a while. Sort of, it's something you kind of have to do, even if I don't want to. It's the point of a game, you know. Try to be as effortless. I put down sharps yet. Chopper. Please. And now I am absolutely sure that most of this space here is wasted. So plan B, because I noticed how much space we are not using, I'm going to turn this whole thing. It's still not going to allow me to actually make that much more. Maybe it will be useful for something. Pushing. Probably not, but basics. I'm scratching myself. Campfire is for the cold, which honestly most of these spaces are kind of bad at handling. How should I do this? I think I'm going to put down a wooden table over here, and if I put it down, okay, that's and have 3 chairs. Okay, I'm going to go with the chest. Put it over here if we need anything else, and storages. And this is how much space we have. Now grand storages can be walked over, so it's kind of great here. One. Right. Alright. Block very important. Alright. Alright, we have pretty much everything. Now I'm going to take this. How should I put it? This is the only way I can. I get 4 like this. I get 3 like this. Not really a way where I can maximize it anyway. Alright, so this horror is what is the most efficient currently for us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy this over and over again. And let the horrible times 8, technically 10 times 7. Oh, and this was enough for 1. Oh. How big you are? That's too big. We want to spare much space as we can. Don't know what this good for, but if it's at least 5 times 5, I can already use it. Maybe for some blueberry farmer, tree farmer. I don't know. It's 9 times 8. What did we mess up? 9 times 8. Alright, it's going to be, I'm not going to waste any more time on it. Hopefully it's one of those things where so it's going to be a carbon copy. Yes. Now let's pretty much just copy. And there is a reason for why I'm just copying it and not really trying to do it. Okay, wait, no, that's stupid. Did I make one that everyone can use, or did I just one double bed, one single bed? Right, so wait, you are married too, right? The girl doesn't have a ring. I don't know why. You guys are married, so in here I shouldn't have done. So that means that you are married to someone. Right? No, if I click this person is their mother. However, this is unrelated. She's adopted fully, right? So they are not married. Anyone is not married to her. Over here, they are related. So she's okay. So she's the new wife, right? And he already had one kid who's married. We need one double bed. She was divorced. How does this work? Because what does the orange mean? It's not married. Married in, and she's an original. Alright. Married in. Alright. Married in. But to whom? He's a younger one. I have no idea. Oh, a minute. You are married to him. You are married to him. Alright. Orange is the one. Okay. It was hard to figure out. I didn't see the orange before. I'm sorry. I know it's. So we need 2 double beds, which we don't have in each family. God bless. We would have needed 2 double beds. And we planned it wrongly then. That's awesome. That's not very good. What? We do it like this? Wasting so much space. I'm not going to do that, to be honest. It's awkward, but that's how it is. Oh wow. Everything that I planned is in a disaster. It's in a disaster. Because what if they have 3 kids? Which happens a lot. Then this whole thing is useless. And then we need extensions. Awesome. Right. I'm cooking this wrongly too. It's very frustrating trying to do this right. Because you always feel the need of and the pressure of trying to do better. What's over here though? Oh. Chest. Some old storage. Grand storage. and then left. And of course we have to clean out everything. Now currently, the first time when we start up, everything is just going to be in and out. No money spent, everything just into the warehouse. That's going to be the shame. We are... And where was the place for the well? It's alright, I only forget to do the most necessary thing, so I think awkward. Alright. I never actually put these kind of things into the house anyway. They're just sinking up more and more space. I'm going to redesign this just for orthogonal. This was originally made for straw beds. Technically it should be good. Only one problem is everything. But beside that, everything is working well. And now I can do that because of... Wow. That's awkward. This is going to be outside at every place. And the bulk storage, the problem with it being plant storage, the problem with it being outside is that you need extra effort to make it somewhat bearable. For example, how do I going to plant here trees and everything? But honestly, even the barrel, but the barrel have no place in outside kind of thing. It shouldn't be inside to begin with. But I wanted to do that because I honestly don't want... It's just not going to happen. It's going to be just horrible. How could I be doing this better? Thinking about changing this to turning to the side to still be, but it's not fixed. Alright, I have given it. This is going to be something that's going to haunt me for the rest of my career. No, I'm just going to just make it more inefficient to them. I'm going to be honest. Let's make it as inefficient as possible, but as beautiful as possible. This is super important. I don't know why beauty is important, but I want 1, 3, barrel, 3, nothing, 3, and we are going to have a well, and we are going to have some answer. But the problem with only problem with we have 1 and 2 here. I would need 1 for here, and then 1 for here. Oh gosh, not working. Do we have a blueprint copy or not yet? I don't think we have one. The problem is that look at the space it's taking up. This is why I'm very scared on what to use and how much to use. Because it's going to be a problem very soon. Have 100 so we can make. Alright, we are going to go the expensive way. This is something I only want to build once. To be quite honest. Just once, no more. But to do that I'm going to need a lot of things. And then I want to give this place yeah. I want to give this place a beauty check. Very important. Maybe it's my just own weird thing. Possible, but I really want. I'm not going to cheat anymore with it. I'm going to check if at all I can make something. And we can't. Even times it. We are just out of it. Hmm. Hmm. How would I? I want to keep this as a farming zone. I'm sorry. Please be patient. I'm trying very hard. I'm trying very hard. I know it's a lot of time. Don't need 12 times 8. I only have 12 times 8. Yeah, then I guess I'm going to get rid of the. Because I wanted to make an in-between space that I would be putting trees. But honestly, if I put in trees, then they are not touchable. I would need not one in between, three actually. It's not going to happen. So I kind of given up on it. But this is all the space I can offer. I just don't have any more. I'm not even sure if I can make do this much. 2, 4, 2, 2, 4. We make how much? That's going to be 8. We do have enough, I think. About that one. So far, so good. Looks great and proper. Let's hope this way. Like this, we are going enough. We really do hope. I don't. I do hope. Look. And just classic cauldron, yes, yes, well, yes. Calves. Whatever, yes. Chest, yes. We don't have a wooden table. That's how it is. Two storage pass. Technically, or technically. Is good enough. Did I forget something? Yeah, the chest. I think they can walk over the chairs, which is would be normal, but I don't really want to. Looks bad. Does not look bad. Good one. And technically, we over here too. Table. Here would be the whatever, and then have one more space. But I don't want to do it because it's very ugly. Anything I have left out? Alright, so I think for the most part, don't have everything, but we have most of it. I would really like a copy kind of thing. The developer is currently working on it, but it's not yet out. Where you can copy many things. What are you? Copy. Good job. Ground strategy. How does this work like? I don't know. Simply not copying it. Alright, that will be alright. Okay. We need a fishing place and we need another. I'm going to show you how monetary things are. I got a little bit of advice from the developer. Are you? Yeah. That's something. We need a fishing. So, I have, for example, I'm going to get the farming family over here. I'm going to tell that they are going to pay me 10 silver. No, I can either say I'm going to rent you this for 10 divided 6, or just say for 2 silver and pay me back exactly 6 times that. So assigning this to the family, stewarding everything you get for 100% of what they're doing is yours for 2 silver. Push go away. And then we have priorities, which is another thing, and oh god, there's going to be just so much more, because they are going to need a bunch of other things. But for now, this is how the calculation is going to be. And you know, because we are not gaining or losing family, we are gaining every product, which is okay. I added them. So is everything still working? Yes. So I'm going to do this, since we are gaining everything, and that's very good because we are getting rich and all. But there is one big problem. How are they going to get everything? So since they are not have money, and there is no circulation in and out, of course I want to be fair as much as I can be, every need will be pretty much taken out of here, because you know I can't ask money because they don't have money. And when things are going better, then we are going to have a where from clergy donations to everything, that's going to be a whole lot more tedious of a business. Now I'm going to ask 12 for this. He gets 2 for maintaining the lands and pay tax. Waste work. Now normally it would be like whatever, you can keep one and for free to make your own business. So now I think we are going to need a fling sport one way or the other. And I'm going to think we are going to have 2 cows at the very minimum. Couple ground storages, I don't know why. A silo is very important. And not shelves, not cooking table. What do you want? Now we are going to need a cooking table. Then again, we are not going to. They can do that themselves. Barrel is very important. Churn very important. Butter and stuff. We want chickens. I don't know. Chicken sounds good, but I want one. But we are going to try regardless. Oh no, where could I do? Oh no, I can't do that. And it's also important what you are producing on this. So it's important how many people in the family are, because the more they are, the more they can work. Now in this family, look at it. We have 2 adults, 2 teenagers, they can already work. With 6 persons, so it's going to be a lot of things. A lot of output. Chickies. Yeah, what did it do? Railings. Right. Panels, bananas. What did I think? For straw and the annoying kind of thing. Not even sure if we need to. Huh. Yeah, with chickens and feeders it's not the same thing. You can just get an extra one. Much. That's what I'm thinking about. Doesn't matter. Huh? But there are other things. Flying spot. Really that. The flying spot is you can see that right here. And you can see some things on my head. I'm going to move my head a little bit so you can see more. I realized just now that you are not being able to see everything. Alright, alright. It's weird, but it's okay. Also have a lot of things to do. Where was I? Let's see what I have. Not needed. I don't care where they are going to store it somewhere. Because these are not. It's a format that we are talking about. It's need this much. Like these are going to be workspaces, not farming spaces. So you don't need actually you can have 1,000 of this unless they are working on it actively. It's not very much needed. But I see that we have pretty much everything and there is no need to spend more time on this. Now that I know this, we are going to need some other things. And we can't have anything on a farm. Let's check. Okay, so we have fallen into a trap of our own. Awesome. I remember that you can farm on a forest zone. Lanterns, another lantern. And a middle stick. And another stick. What keep going. Overall I want to have 6. Honestly, I'm just not going to use this at all. I'm going to make it into a chicken and whatever else lands. There's no point of it. Most of the things. The veins are clean. I'm going to give up. You know, for example, you can have a barrel over here. Pretty much not going to stop you because that is done already. So they can still access what I was trying to say. Right, so I think I didn't manage to get down. Alright, it was hard work, we have everything. Finally. It's a good farmland also pasting it, but alright. So there are a couple more things that is very nice to know. Cracker is where the corpses go, by the way. Just a moment, I'm trying to think over I really have everything or not. No, I'm going to yes, let's set just the priorities. What I want around 4 and around 10 chicken, I don't know. This is another thing for a whole new calculation. No trees at all. Products, I don't really like these. Most important is the chisto, because that's something that is for long term. I think they can do 4 constantly, but I noticed them being able to do 6 too, so it's not the end of the world. I'm going to give them 2 more, which is what I wanted to say originally, but I'm kind of killing my own language here. The reason for this is because they are going to have trees. Now trees require some, but not really much to be. So we can have 4. I don't know, let's just keep them already. And I think you can maybe have fruit trees. On certain lands. I don't want to overwhelm them. So 12, 14, 16. So technically they are going to get 64. But I don't trust my own capabilities, so I'm trying to 5, 8. 8 they can try 16. Alright. So now I'm going to go on and say change this to 60. Now, paid to the clergy is also important, but that's another thing. Yes, I could have put this one over here, no, I don't care. For now, the first thing is, I'm just going to get rid of everything. A good start. That should be enough. Next family, finally. Alright. Oh no, of course. Yeah, I'm going to come back for that. We are going to make a calorie and whatever else calculation. And how things should be. So we have 1 second 6 time, but that is not going to work. Now I'm going to make 2 blueberry farms. Serialized. So maybe I should make one. Understand there is not really a sense in making 2 because it's going to be one big blueberry farm. Same way that's going to be a big normal farm. No. Okay. And 6, 10. 6 times 2 is 12. But 8 times is 16. Because 2 and 2 is same as missing. So I'm going to ask 60 from them and make that 4. And if I calculated wrongly, I could do 60. Thank you. Let's assign them 4 and never mind. Just keep talking, but it doesn't matter. So very much doesn't matter. It's just going to set here, for example, 4, and then you know it's done. And it's there are many other importances, but currently some of them are not important. Like what kind of wood you are going to use, and don't want to fall into that trap. So of course you don't have to do it in the weird way I'm doing it. I'm doing it in the weird way because I'm calculating constantly, because I already have so very little experience, but some little bits of calculations I already did and kind of managed to calculate out in my head how much work can one person do, and then how much is in the family, and based on how much is in the family I made a calculation how much produce they are going to yield. So for now I just want them to clean everything and don't do anything else. That's the first thing. Just make sure land is clean and workable. Then we are making farmlands and so on and so forth, everything. Now comes the question of the fisherman. That's not going to be so easy. I doubt it's going to be hard, but it's usually not an easy one either. Then I make some community places somewhere. Try to do that one. Nice. So fishing rod is for when you want to work, but just little bits. There is a reason for this one. We don't need anything else. That's all. So I'm going to say you guys are going to be poor all the time. I know that well. I'm going to ask 2 silver and I'm going to lend you this for 2. Now, even when these guys are trading, usually these are the poorest guys, and they make a lot of fishes, which fishes are kind of a medium price, I think. There's a market price list, and this is how you trade things in bar. If you look at fish, it's less than green. A moment. Alright, I'm back from the little break. I went out to the toilet and we checked on the bills. One of the bill is less, which is really good. But yeah, we checked on the bills. It's a heating bill, and honestly, we are paying just so much for pretty much nothing because even in the winters there is no heating. But you know, it's living in a never mind. Not a topic for here. It's kind of a corrupt country. Alright, back to the point and the explanation. So here, for example, here is the blueberry, which for some reason have very large price. I don't know why. So you can see that, for example, barley, this you can't sell just like this. You have to process it. It looks good, but you actually it's a buying price, not a selling price. Apples, for example, very easy to make, very lots. Blueberries, same, easy to make, very much. When you go to the fish, it's not really expensive. Like same price as apple, because you can get it pretty much free from the lake. Corn, melon is a very good thing, but you don't produce that much out of it. Pears easy to make, potato relatively easy to make, pumpkin not so much, but expensive. And there is rice grain. Now rice grain is not okay, not very expensive, not really much. There are cheese and butter, which are really good trade. I recommend that. Flour, I don't know, never traded it. Rest, I don't know how to trade. And there are other things like drinks you can make. You can sell these ones with the caravans. I don't think I said anything over here ever. Or here. No, I once said wood and such. Look at them. They are really profitable things. Like wood. That's simple. So it's thanks to its richest worthwhile selling them to caravans. And then you can buy things like crepe clothes, crossbows. I bought one, but we never got a hunter. High string boots. This is most of the things you would buy, nothing else. These ones I never got to sell any of them. I don't know how to. It's mostly just meat. I don't know, never did that. But as you can see, pretty much these guys are always poor. They just don't know what to do with it. So they are always on a low flame kind of upkeep. They are very important because fish is really good for the community, but it's not really very pricey, and they can't really produce like a lot. My other things produce a lot, this one's not really. So this is their duty. And after this we are going to get floors and better roofing and a lot of things which are needed. Then there is our own manors and kind of things, also important. I don't know where I'm going to put my own manor for this. Alright. Now everyone have their own things. I think I assigned everything to everyone. And you know, when there is a market, you know, the fisherman is here, they kind of make a quad, but I just put them into franc manche because they make almost as much as an innkeeper. I think an innkeeper can technically make more. So sometimes I'm be like, you know, I don't need the fishes, go make innkeeping. And even then, they sometimes get poor, depending on what they buy. Because if you have a caravan, if you have just normal market, usually they are going to make it. Even if they are in a negative budget, years without, you know, anything happening. But if there is a caravan and they have to buy clothes, absolutely horrible. So let's start the timer. Let's make a little bit of save. What do we make? See? Oh, yeah. Because people switched up. Sorry. Oh, let's not forget about this one. I have to reorder this thing because it's horrible. Now let's see the warehouse. A very important thing. You can give food to people. They have some currently. Clergy, nobles, peasants, whatever else. We don't have a clergy. What do they need? Yes, obviously. So I'm going to say sell. I'm going to sell things. Not really, but I'm going to. I'm going to take all of these and add and go free. Same with pretty much everything. I want them to build as fast as and as much as they can, shortest amount of time. I'm not going to give them. Was that 8? 3 times 8? How much do it cost? 3 times 8. So that's 16 plus 10. 26. Where is the market? It's 26 instead. Alright. What else? I don't have anything else. I don't need anything else. For now. Oh, my camera is not working though. It's really bad. I think I'm going to make a manor over here. But we also would need a community place. I'm going to put that probably here. Maybe I know I'm going to put my manor over here because then we can put community places and so on in relative close by. But first, I make my own place. I don't tend to go overboard. It's a good reason for that. But I still want to keep it somewhat cultured. And later you can fix everything up. It's not a problem. But start of the game, I just don't recommend going overboard. It's so ugly, it's impossible. Lakes are in a very bad place. Really don't. White. Kind of the sandless, mindless kind. And people would have places to go by. Means it's unwilling to. One has to go. Oh. Everything's horrible. And you basically don't even have kids, so it's not the end of the world. Now they have 3 kids. Means 1 double bed and 3 straw beds. Could we make a different for the kids kind of room? I'm going to be a rich person about it. Like this. And I'm just going to put this in the middle place over here. Or not, I don't know. Because we are going to need heating too, but that's solvable. Over here and over there. Looks ugly. Like this. Alright, this should be good. And then this is going to be the kitchen, which is just the same as everywhere else. Hmm. I was thinking about something. One thing that's a very bad kind of thing is under planning. It's something I only realized sometimes too late. It's never a good idea to under plan. And basically everything becomes way too little, and barely capable of having its own utility. Now, since I'm rich, I'm going to have a storehouse. Since I'm rich, I also don't have space for it. It's not working out right now, to be honest. Oh, that's a good idea. Like this one. Should we have just a normal place that's not horrible, annoying? Nah. Then thanks. And remove everything that is a problem. Yeah. Now let's make dirt paths, then we will make the rest. And here we can have a community place. Literally. Let's see the people working. The bear is kind of dangerous, so it's not. And there is a wall bear camel, which is even worse because of that. This is very bad. Because there is no calculation for anything yet. Huh? But nothing is, you know. So the king is going to ask for certain grains. I don't like that, but it's going to happen. The sea cabbage is summer, autumn, parsnip, spring and summer. Melon, pumpkin, summer, autumn, carrot, spring, summer. You can kind of take some lands, calculate it out, so on and so forth. I'm going to show you that too when they are ready with this. Currently, this is the community. Oh man. Oh. But the kids are just going to do nothing. No? Okay, so these guys seem to be ready. Just set everything nice and easy. So it's going to be a mapper. Poplar, birch and spruce. The rest I'm not going to do for reasons. They are fruit trees, they are going to have fruits and I don't want people collecting. These priorities from each one that they are doing. How much is going to, for example, puts down one birch and then goes to the next, puts down one apple, and if you write 5 sprouts, then it's going to put down 5 sprouts. The next following. That's kind of how it goes all around. And then this is the last one, which is going to be. Oops. And of course, you can play around with this kind of settings. Over here, I think they are going to make lots of plans. Not sure about how is that going to work out. Hopefully, well, over here, absolutely nothing. Only blueberries. This is going to mean that's what the yes means. Over here, they are only going to be putting down blueberry bushes, which is going to mean they are going to be absolutely inactive for the most part. I wonder if I don't know how much is this going to be exactly. This was 10, 10, 30, and if I would have made it 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Or I would have had, never mind. Yeah, that's going to be. No, I can't. Right. It's okay. That's not going to matter. Over here it's going to be a very different rotation. But now I don't want to play with it. I definitely don't want to play with it. I'm going to make 2 forms here, which is going to have only one purpose. It's not going to be very realistic. Sometimes I, instead of doing this, I just make them more land and just be like, alright, plant trees there, and when it's season of taking down, I just give them some money for it. It's also very easy to do. They have 5 land to. They have 5 land for making veggies. I think it's going to be enough. If not, then maybe I make this this 5 times 5. This is just 4, 5. So this is going to be also joint oriented. Now there is one thing called soil quality, which is going to be problematic because you see at some places these little trees and weeds will kind of take away the quality. Now most of them are out, but sometimes they are not. See, they are using 2. And to, yeah, you see, he's a teenager and he's working. It really depends. I don't know on what. Is house building not a priority or something? Did I mess something up in the warehouse? It's oppa. It says that frame rate's dropping down. That's awesome. Alright, I hope it's going to be still watchable. So many things to fix. Yeah. Free. Everything's available. Alright, then it's just time before something happens. I'm very uncomfortable that we have, for example, fishing. They are doing nothing. Oh, I know why they are doing nothing. Stupid me. I realized. To access certain things, you need a storefront. That's what's missing here the most. Without a storefront, you know, there is no access to materials, because this is where you are going to write up what's amiss, what's not available. That should be a very important thing to craft. Sooner or later. I'm going to get this one to set it into a thing. It's not. But it's already probably going to be a tomorrow's kind of thing. Oh, they're working alright. Not happy about this one. Right, this is where you are going to tell him what he wants exactly. It's going to be usually a percentage of your production, but sometimes it's going to be something like Alright, I want... so, usually they are... It's one exception, which is the green. If you are already doing nothing, nothing is useful, nothing. Alright, I remember something. I already planted it. I forgot about this one. Not being available. This means that this one instead is going to be apple one. This one that they already made going to be farming one. Alright, so I think things are available. No. But soon should be. I hate all the kids just standing around them. Where are the parents? What's happening? Oh, come on, who cares about that? Don't know how to cancel that one. Alright, so that's going to be a couple more days. And bears. Bears are going to be bad because they are going to run out of food very soon. They're going to eat everything. They're not best, they eat or farm animals, or at first eat or people. Or people don't always lose against bears, but now there is 3. First part is that they are fishermen who, for example, do nothing absolutely. Technically, fishermen didn't need yarn back in the day. Alright, things are growing. These are the things they are taking from their own land, from the cleaning, or they just had in their inventory. Okay, that's a lot of big dead. That's the end. Couple of dares. We have 1 dare to eat. No, we have like 3. It's going to last for them for a couple of days, but then the bears have to go. Oh jeez. God bless, they are prioritizing the sword fund. since sort of full events, I'm going to start the calculations because it's going to get maybe a couple of days before they can start building. So let's see. Soil. What kind of things do we need? After that I am going to have to stop streaming. What kind of things are we needing for production here? So cabbage and parsnips are nice, you know, weight per crop, whatever. There used to be a calorie calculations. Now it's not available anymore, I think. I don't know. I don't care. It's very easy usually. So rice is good because it's kind of forever thing if you get a grain. You don't need to make flour out of it. I think the person is going to make flour out of it. If things would go faster, I could show you. For now, I don't think so. But everything can be checked. But you know, nobody cares. Alright, sorry. I go back to the thing. So, let's say I want to parsnips, because that goes spring and summer. This is all we are going to make at spring and summer. Or, we will see. We have 5 lands, so 5 variations of this. Of the whole land. So 5 different kind of window like this. Carrot is spring and summer, so I would not want to. I need something, for example, for autumn. You are a summer only thing, the summer autumn only thing. Spring and summer, summer autumn. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. It's important to note that this is kind of easy to make. Doesn't grow too much for too long. Gives plenty. See, the harvest is balanced to be kind of the same everywhere. So I want to, this one is going to be summer. So let's see. This one I want to do summer. There are things that don't grow in summer, spring and autumn. I'm going to combine these two. So we have these two, we have these two, we have the carrot, cabbage, whatever else. I'm going to go to the third land. Alright. What else do we want? We want cabbage. Cabbage is a summer and autumn. What goes only in spring is barley. We're going to need that later on. Now I'm not thinking about it. Let's say I want cabbage. And I'm going to say alright. And I'm going to mix it with these two. Summer, autumn, spring, summer. This one is once again a spring, autumn kind of thing. This one is summer, autumn. Yeah, they can share. I'm okay with it. But actually I'm not going to do that because I have multiple lands yet. I have all of this, right? Now I have potato and corn left, if I remember well. Let's check, let's not make mistakes. Yes. And yes, we already have potato. Congratulations, I'm very much smart. Alright, so this is why I'm checking. Summer, spring, autumn. Oopsie, then what do we have here? And I miscalculated entirely. Add this, add this. Melon, potato. So I made a mistake over here. It's carrot and cabbage. They are making pumpkin over. So we're kind of making everything. because if you think about it, it's really taken 2, that's 6, that's mostly more than what we need. Obviously, that's why we are making it like this. So I'm going to need, I think, rice or corn or something else. 2 of these. So I'm going to need rice, 1, and the only here is not producing is summer. Everything is producing summer. What should I make? Yeah, let's make barley. Let's make corn. Then the last land, we are making barley and corn. Now corn is, I think, is going to stay on its own. Barley is going to be processed, and just a moment. With certain things, right, there we go. We have this table. Barley is going to make us a lot of grain. This is why we want to use it. Straws, I don't want anymore out of straw. I want to leave that out of my economy. When blueberries are cut, for example, when you cut them down after a year, you get a lot of what are you? Sorry, it doesn't. Yes, wood roots is what you are going to get out of it. Anyway, when you are farming trees, maybe you get some of that. So wood root, food, upkeepable, and clay not so much. But cob wall is still a solution. Wooden wall is the best solution, to be honest. You can make plenty of wood, so on and so forth. The others are not really it's a solution, I guess. Not really. I don't want any more straws, but for it will take time before, for example, plated roof, good, board roof, not so much. So we are going to use plated roof, but first we are going to want thatch roof, because we are going to get rid of the walls that are made of thatch. So we are going to have a lot. Gradually we are going to go forward. But we are also going to need floors, which will be out of planks. So I don't want to use planks. The last thing here is, now that we are knowing what we would need, the king is going to ask us, I think, rice or barley. That's going to be sold. I'm not going to spend that to anything. Now I have one more land. There are things that I want to make. Probably it's going to be surplus or such, or something that I can keep up. So I'm going to go to the market price list. Foods. Let's see. And this is not how you're going to sell barley. You're going to sell it as grain. So carrots, cabbage, corn, they all have their prices. Let's see. Melons, oats, parsnips. Potato sounds like a good solution. I don't think there is rot in this game. So some kind of veggie. Pretty much doesn't matter. The reason why it doesn't matter, which one, because currently it's balanced. So rice, 6 days to grow, 1 yield. Of course, melon, 6 days to grow, 5 yield. But, you know, weight per crop is how much calorie you are getting out of it. Obviously, it's a lot more. A couple things are somewhat more better to do, but not really. It's not really worth consideration. So spring, summer, autumn. Pumpkin is also really good. Spring, summer, and autumn. Should we need more pumpkin or melons? Because melons are really good. People like it. But pumpkin is the solution. Now there is one thing there, is a variable that is good to look at, and that is days to grow. With barley, there is one problem, and why I don't like selling grain. They have to process barley, and that means they have to work on it at the chamber, how they call that one, flailing spot. That's a lot of work at the flailing spot, and I'm only doing it for the king. It's not worth it for me. Now, with other thing is, parsnips 4 days to grow. Harvest every 4 days. Melons too. So I decided that I want to make this kind of into an export farm, and I can either go to bulk. So this is going to be a lot, obviously, or less, but you know, needs to grow 10 yield per harvest 8, and 275 you have more. Yeah, it's basically it's just going to be a bigger number, but same price, same income, more or less. Not the same, but depends on how much you can sell. So let's check if pumpkin doesn't have an unreasonable low price. No, they are beside each other. Pumpkin will do fine. So let's see what would I pair it with. Autumn, spring, summer. This is a lot of work. No, this is less of a work. Spring, summer. Alright, carrots and pumpkin. Alright, this is going to be good. Hopefully. Soil is for good reason on 55%. If you go lower than 55%, it's going to mean that everything is going to lose its color. It's going to be very bad, poor, malnourishing. If you go to higher than 25, for example 30%, it's going to be good almost all the time. If there is one bad land, it's going to draw the others around it. And if you leave it, for example, 50% all the time, then you have a lot of land, because you have plenty of land. But the production is going to be lower, so it's kind of another plating. So now that's done. We want here, so trees don't have the same when they are going to be ready. Same harvest time. So kind of want to and try moving it. I might make 2 more lands and kind of allow them to make 10 times more, because taking piercing and the like is not really that much. But now it's not important. It's important. Probably should be doing it. Where is, because this land is mostly useless, to be honest. But there is one thing I don't like, and it's not beside each other, so I could have made these two kind of gotten rid of the problem I just made for myself. The farmland. You guys are going to get another 2. And I'm going to have here just trees. It's very important, don't have anything else, because they're not going to be able to harvest or work well. They're just going to run out of. Yeah, I know, that was the plan. You guys to build and make things. And then, for example, now, first season is going to be the normal meal that we are going to receive. I just hope we are going to have. I don't think we are going to have. Honestly, the first season we are trying to get rid of everything. This straw bed. Look at how much straw this is. 2 beds, 8. 10 straw out of the equation. 2, 4. It's 160 per household. 60 is taken 4 times, it's 64. Doesn't seem much, but can get a little bit too much in the long term. Not sure how our food or planks will keep out. Probably not too well. Well, these guys are making it. Maybe it will be next season, but sooner or later we are going to catch up. Another problem is that these guys have nothing to cut currently, but very soon we are going to get small trees. Couple days. Alright. I'm going to tell them make pear trees instead. That's all. 1, things. And this way you can make chicken farms to pretty much everything. Same concept. Now I'm going to, however, this 5 times 2, taken 2, so there are 10 plot of lands. 10 plot of lands for 2 silvers, which is 20. Who are you? You are the one. So instead of 16, I'm going to make it 20. And so our circulation is not losing money or gaining money. This is where we are now. We are currently on 0 in and out, plus the production that is going to come in. I hope they kill the bear. Unlikely, but it's better if the bear dies. This bear is very bad. These kind of things have to be hunted down. Absolutely. Because sooner or later, these bears are going to be a threat to us. And from time to time, they are going to attack. And it's going to be just... So I don't think we have any more straw. I know we have 400 more. Better is when you are making your manor, can technically go very expensive, but first is to have at least a house. Later on they will not have many things to do, but now it's very important. Right, they are doing nice. And sorrowful, they are not cleaning beads off of their own land, which is somewhat dislike. Even things like these ones. It's on forest land, so it's not going to be the end of the world. Oh yeah, that's true. That's kind of a stupid thing to do. I should have realized that one. I'm going to salvage this one. We're simply going to say, don't build any of these. And then they are slowly going to fill the hole in. It's going to be just bad. The reason why I didn't want to do this, or this, honestly, is because when they are going to replace it, they're going to do the same problem all over again. And the ever-living hell are you? Wolf. Of course, a wolf. That's all we needed. A wolf. The house. That's bad. Too bad, very bad. Going to make a save yet, but soon. 8 fish a day. Not very much days, like what, for 15 days? Yes, around 15 days a month. So if this is 8 and now they are building, and let's say we double this, and that's 16, that's 100, 100, and 16, 18, add to that 18. Sorry, my English is not the best, and that's 240 fish. That's kind of a little bit much. I don't think they are going to make that much, maybe 170 or 200. Okay. Adoption. Sometimes they can give birth or adopt. Currently they have enough empty space. If they wouldn't have enough empty space, I would make another household over here. Sometimes it's enough just to make beds and so on. An extension. They already have a kitchen somewhere. They just go to the kitchen and back. They can make here a bridge. So yeah, that's not good. But we have new animals in the map. However, hopefully they are new animals, and yes, they are definitely new animals. Otherwise it will be much better. See, they are already starting to cut. These are well, fully grown trees. I would have expected these ones to not be fully grown. So currently everything is fine. You can see that now the farmers... Huh, how are they going to finish this one? I think they will. It's going to be very bad if we have stuff here, because these going things are going to see, pulling down the soil quality at the side. Second is this is the beauty values. Of course, the looks good, nice. Here you see it's average, and it will get ugly with things like this. The solution to this is currently they are working hard. I'm going to make another alright, zone, royal forest zone over here, and I'm going to tell them what kind of tree I want. I'm going to be honest, I don't like it when lots of trees are just useless in a nation. I think pear trees look pretty good. We are going to have those ones, and I'm going to adjust to them and just give them a little bit of money. Assign, not adjust. And see, no. Get a little bit of money for a season if you fix this up for me. Kind of paying out the services and so on and so forth. But the kids and everyone's going to come over here and starts working on it. Right, so it's symmetric for the most part. And that tree can stay. What else is that? No, it can stay. No, let's cut it out. Standing weirdly. No, not centered. It's a free tree. These ones, as far as I know, are centered. You can see they get money for it. Prioritize it and kind of do it. And then I get rid of the oh, they fixed the road too. Oh yeah, that's my family doing it. Okay, so for the most part, most families are starting to get ready with things. I'm going to give them other tasks. Also very important thing. To make their life better, because grass is not going to, and trees not going to grow everywhere. What? Where are you coming from? Weird. Alright. And same with this one. Okay. Then you see my cursor. I don't know if you can see my cursor, so it's kind of weird in that regard. But the thing is, you can here I zoom in. Over here, where the center is, you can get all the trees and such, and it's going to be a lot nicer when they grow. Currently, where are you? Well, it's not really here, but there. Later on, it will be nicer. And there you go. This already a little bit of room, but not very much. The value will, like numerically, will start to increase. You see, people are already gathering. Good one. Let's give them a little bit more space. How would our fireplace be? Let's start like this. Let's see how symmetrical, and it's very symmetrical, it's nice. So in the winters people can warm up and have fun. No, I don't think I'm going to make wooden benches because they're not I just do it like this. Yeah, probably. Because then I can put the middle fireplace, and currently they are not set aflame, but if they are fired, then on the temperature you can see that it goes to warm. Let's see how our body is doing. 26 fish in what, 2-3 days? Not that much, but okay. Alright, now grass is not going to grow inside. It's starting to get better. The ground is not that very much light in that regard. So we had like wooden planks. That's going to be good. 19 on 50 woods, 50 planks. 30 firewood, that's their own doing. 60 wood, wooden wood, wood root. Right, they have plenty of trees. That's nice. I'm going to remove some of these things and some clay. Can you? Oh, you can't mine. If you want, you can just leave out fishing altogether and say, alright, my fishing family is going to be building an inn. Always a solution too. I'm unsure, however, why is my family not doing anything? Weird. What? Don't worry, they are still working just because they are resting. They would be idling, especially the farmers, because there is honestly just, it's not an active work. It is just, you know, they're taking care of the flowers if there is something like this. Like, I think this is sick. They're going to get it out, replace it. It's kind of the work they are doing. Alright, that's where is a problem. And that one too. These are the wild growths. I don't know how to tell normally for them to not allow these things. Because the thing is, they are there for a reason. So normally this is how forest would be growing back. It's not an accident. Someone typing. Hopefully not. Or hopefully they won against the bear. Clay spans back to, and it's really good because you can get, for example, a land like this big, and there is nothing really on it. But you can. It's a forest remotely. But let's see the time. Alright, in 2 minutes I have to go. I'm sorry. It was really nice having you. Oh yes, I'm going to go on a little bit of break. I hope I said it. Ooh, that however is a huge cat end problem. Like, why are we selling 100 if we are not? That's not my problem. I have not written it wrongly. Or I did. Can sell something that you don't have though. I think it deletes automatically. Not this time. Offer to caravans, that's cool too. Because then make lots of money. But everything is more or less here. Worth blank. In a couple of days, currently we have 73 blank. And half of the month passed. 10th day of spring. 10th day. No, 6 days until the tax payment days. Oh, and I see because I waited 2 days. There were 3 days. I don't know. I don't mind. Tax payment is 6 days, so 16. Or just rounding the number. So it's actually the 100 plank, 110 plank in a month. It's not very much. But then again, they have been doing a lot of things. See? Yes, baby. He's getting rid of it. He's collecting it. It's really good. Let's set up. Oh no, I can't. There is no point of making these different. I can go on and say, hey, get all the clay. They are going to collect me the trash of the night. super useful. Now they are sleeping, the time is actually on 4, not 3. Don't have to wait at night. And you can collect mushrooms too. Always a plus. They are not that occupied. You can command them to have pigs, which is really good. If you have a pig farm, they make a lot of sausage. It's really, really good. I did it a couple of times, and it was very, very good. Like that. Now, as you can see, we have the next problem. Currently, everything is going well for the most part. What do we need? Straw. For some reason, they are not building it. It's okay. I'm going to have this one removed while I'm thinking. It's probably not going to happen today, but it's good. And have a floor built out of dirt. Nice and symmetric. So what's the next thing? The next thing is, which I'm not sure if I make a stream out of it, we'll see. It's a hay wall. It is a little bit of help. Doesn't say much. It has a pretty good insulation. I don't know how much it has to be. I want to replace this. Not to cob wall, because of clay. Clay is not that abundant, so it's going to cause me a problem. Battle wall, it's very good, but it's going to need wood, root, straw and clay, but it needs less, so it's a step forward. Because wood road is kind of plentiful. What I want is wood. Wood is kind of a next step for me in that regard, but it's going to need a lot more. However, if I start switching off the wooden walls, I can afford roofs out of stray. So that's something. The next thing is because we are constantly having a huge surplus technically. Not really true, but suppose that we are supposed to have something. 15 fish in a season is very, very little. So yeah, that's... And already are starving. Yes, every family is going to get a little bit more. But before that, let's see. I want to make... These are differently colored, but the same thing. I want to get floors, which is 1 plank. Now it's not that much. You think about it. So 60, 120, 140. Seems much, it's done in a season or 2. If you think about it. So that's doable, and that's going to be a continuous kind of thing. If you want to build a lot of things with a lot of people, like if you have 10 families and suddenly want to do everyone's houses, yeah, it's going to cost a lot more. But if you have like 3 people who are making forests, then it's going to be obviously there's going to be more resources. So what's next? Done. Let's see the display wall and give food. Temperature, so creating beauty. As you can see, we are already rising in beauty. Not sure what's going to make, but you can see that's how it's a little bluish here. That's nice. That's nice. Next one is to give food to people. I'm lost. Focusing still works relatively well. Not so much, but hopeful. Alright. Then I want to get new members. Now the problem with this is that I probably make a household over here. Alright. If they need a workshop, like if you need a workshop, the workshop is not going to be very big. It needs like what? 8 times 8. The clergy is also going to get some land, but I don't even know how it's going to do it because the land is small, and it's okay that the land is small, not bad. If you can, for example, if you can get all artisan products out, because you always start with these kind of things. I'm going to go straight to them because I'm out of time, but I'm going to go straight to the important points. Drinks, for example. A beer barrel is not that hard to make, but it's 7. Alright, a meat barrel is, well, 7. It's 4, a meat barrel. Wine barrel is much harder to make. For meat barrels, you don't need that much. But if you start making, for example, cooking these kind of things, suddenly going to get a lot better things. It's not over here what I want to show. For example, I go down to the cheese. Where are you? Bread is very expensive, but the flour is even better. Sausage is very plentiful, but I don't think it's very profitable for first look, but it's probably is. Wheat, not sellable. Flour, very worth it, but very hard to make for. Not hard to make, a miller makes it. But think about it, how much land you need, how much on that land it's going to be made to grain, and the grain is going to be made to flour. It's a lot of loss. 2 families are working for it, somewhat the profit is okay. There are no producers here where I am. So one thing, bread I think is plentiful and can be sold. Sausage, let's see. Cheese, I think it's very much worth it, and the blueberry is also very much worth it. Apples, very much worth it. I don't know if I can, for example, if you would be making, I never did that, but technically if you would start to make these kind of things, equipments, you wouldn't have to even have farmers and the like. Now materials, if you could get, interesting purchasing, if you could get woods, it takes a lot of land, wood and planks up. One family making wood, the other is making planks. It's very profitable, to be honest. At first they make plentiful out of it. One wood is 6 plank, so it's really worth making. It was very profitable in the Middle Ages too. Is it profitable enough to buy food though? Look, around 60-80 when I had a market, around 60 or 80 bronze like this was 60 food or 80, and you need only a couple to make a meal. So if you start calculating a couple silvers easily, 6 plank is 3 silvers. Out of that you can pretty much 15 taken 3 times, pretty much you can buy a whole month's food. So if you are constantly producing, probably you can, but never tried it. There are other things that I don't know how. The problem is that, for example, we have to buy ingots sooner or later, and it's going to run out, I think, but I don't know, never did that. And a lot of these things, for example, the honey. You go into a honey, you need, I think, some things for it. Where are you? And it's worth something. I'm not sure how plentiful that is, but supposedly it's worth making. However, some of these are not actually its nobles. Alchemy, artist, Javari. This is the most best, highest quality thing you can do. The other is here. I don't know paper. I don't think you can sell it actually. But herbalism, yes, you can. Cellar also makes good money as far as I know. But I don't know for sure these kind of things. Look at that, 1/3 of the map is already done with 3 families. Artisan products, for example, if I have like 10 pigs, 10 pigs easily keep up one butcher, and they only need 1 block over here for feeders. They don't take much effort to feed, but they are going to need some food, but it's okay because we are always making plentiful food. And if we translate that back to sausages, like they need some food, not that much, we are already making 15 per piece, but yeah, that's somewhat better, I guess, than I don't know, maybe it's not that much better. Not sure how much that's worth. But that would be the